Welcome back to Libcast, the library podcast, hosted by the Library, University of Kelaniya, Sri Lanka.
Hello and welcome back to Libcast. This is Webrarian, your weekly guide to the digital library. I'm your host. So, let's imagine you've done everything right. You've used tools to discover the perfect articles for your project, and you've even checked that they're reliable and well-cited. Now for the final boss. You actually have to read them. You open the PDF, and you're met with a wall of text. It's dense, it's full of jargon, and the tables look like a secret code. You think, I wish I could just ask the author what this part means. Well, what if you could? What if you had an AI co-pilot that could read and understand the paper right alongside you? Today, we're talking about a tool that does exactly that. It's called OpenRead. So what is OpenRead? It's an AI-powered research tool designed to help you read, understand, and interact with academic papers. It's not about finding papers, it's about digesting the ones you have. Think of it as your personal research assistant. The main idea is that you can have a conversation with your documents. You upload a paper, and OpenRead's AI gets to work. Its goal is to help you break down the most complex information into simple, understandable pieces. So how does it do that? Let's talk about its most powerful features. First, the Q&A function. This is amazing. You can highlight any part of the paper, a confusing paragraph, a definition, even a data table, and just ask a question. You can ask, can you explain this in simpler terms? Or what is the key takeaway from this section? And the AI will give you a clear, easy to understand answer. Second, there's paper summary. With one click, OpenRead can generate a concise summary of the entire article, highlighting the background, methods, and key findings. It's perfect for when you need to quickly grasp the main points of a paper. But my favorite feature is called literature review mode. You can upload a whole folder of papers, 5, 10, 20 of them. Then, you can ask questions across all of them at once. You could ask, what are the common themes in these articles? Or how do these authors disagree on this topic? It synthesizes information from multiple sources for you. This is an absolute game changer for writing literature reviews. And if you're someone who gets intimidated by complex formulas or dense tables, OpenRead can look at them and explain in plain language what they actually mean and why they're important. So why should you try it? 1. It breaks down barriers. It makes expert-level research accessible, even if you're a beginner in a field or if English isn't your first language. 2. It massively accelerates your learning. You spend less time getting stuck and more time actually understanding the core concepts. And 3. It promotes active reading. Instead of just passively scanning a paper, OpenRead encourages you to ask questions and engage with the material on a much deeper level. To sum it up, OpenRead is your AI co-pilot that turns reading dense research from a passive chore into an active, engaging conversation. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by a paper, I highly recommend you give it a try. You can find it at openread.academy. That's all for today on Webrarian. Go turn your reading into a conversation.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Libcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your valuable time with us today. We hope this conversation has sparked your curiosity and given you something new to think about. We're incredibly proud to be Sri Lanka's first ever university library podcast, brought to you by the team here at the Library of the University of Kelaniya. Our goal is to keep bringing you insightful discussions, stories, and knowledge. If you enjoyed this episode, please help us grow by following us. You can find Libcast on all major podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Guru, Podchaser, Amazon Music, and wherever else you get your podcasts. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and stay curious.